Welcome. How's everybody doing today? This is Jalen Razor with another episode of Motion Kapital. I know it's been a very long time since you guys have seen my face or heard my voice. As you guys know, I'm a college student. I also play collegiate basketball at Miami Middletown University, and I work full time. So the podcast is something that I haven't had a lot of time to invest in as far as financially or just from a time space standpoint. But I am looking forward to the new year and allow myself to be more involved in my podcast and be more interactive with people in the community, so I can bring a platform to where they're being heard, where I'm being heard, and for people to learn. This episode is just an episode for you guys to see me, hear from me, and hear the vision for what I want this podcast to look like, and what I want people to take from it. So with that being said, I am Jalen Razor, of course. For anyone who does not know me, I'm a psychological science major. I play basketball. I do a lot of different things. And so Motion Kapital at first was a podcast platform created by my brother and our friend, and they weren't really doing anything too much with it, so I decided to take it over. It was something placed on my heart and my mind as far as what I could do with the phrase Motion Kapital as it is. So Motion Kapital, to me, I want it to be a safe space where people can come, bring notoriety to themselves, whether they're entrepreneurs, entertainers, etc. And not only bring notoriety to whatever brand they're promoting, but allow people to learn more about the ways to make money and the different avenues to take to make that money. And so this is a Christ-based podcast, because without God, we are nothing. Without God, I am nothing. So I want to continue to acknowledge that at the front of, or at the beginning of every video that I record, so people understand what I represent and what is actually allowing me to do this podcast. So I have I think 5 or 6 episodes out right now. I wanted to add different elements. I want to showcase different elements of the podcast, whether that's bringing different people that have different occupations, whether it's boy, girl, you name it. All ages. So I wanted to bring a lot of diversity to the podcast, and that's something I'm looking forward to doing moving forward. With motion being the forefront of the whole thing, I believe motion is just growth, whether it's slow growth, fast growth, and different growth, whether you take a few steps back, take a few steps forward, take some steps to the side. Motion is growth, and growth in this area of our lives for a lot of people heavily involves money. Now, obviously, everybody doesn't have to be dependent on money, but money is a necessary resource to have if we want to live successful lives in this day. So that's kind of how we incorporate that into what we are calling as motion, and then what we're representing as Motion Kapital. So that will be the first thing addressed in every episode moving forward. Of course, I have an episode with our Dane Cam that's about to drop here soon. And he's a great person. He's done a lot, and so I want you guys to look forward to that. But I also want to take this time to set a standard, or create a vision for what's to come. So next semester, as the basketball season is going to continue to wind down, I'm going to have more time on my hands to incorporate, to make a better investment into the podcast and what it beholds. So I'm trying to get a lot of different faces, a lot of different people on here to expand the podcast. I'm looking for major growth in 2024. And so this episode, again, was just to be informative on the vision for the podcast, and what I'm expecting to gain out of this. I don't do this for money. I don't get paid to do any of this as of now. My goal is to one day be able to profit from this, but that's a that's way down the stretch. I'm just doing this because I enjoy it. It's something that I'm passionate about. I love being able to talk to people and gaining perspective, and just enjoying life. Experience is the best teacher. And so when people come on here and talk about their different experiences, struggles, positives in their lives, you name it, it's just awesome for me to be a part of. And I appreciate everybody who is wanting to be a part of that with me and is continuing on this journey with me, because we're only going to get better. We're only going to get more, more informative, better understanding of how money works, how life works, and what real motion is. So with that being said, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on, because you never know when the video is going to drop. I want to become more consistent, maybe on a week-to-week basis for sure, if not every other week, just so you guys are going to have the content flowing. And when I get to a point to where I have a lot of time on my hands, expect everything to be flowing out left and right, different events. Like, a lot of things is going to happen. Motion Capital, I'm going to get one of my friends, she got me a sign. It's going to say Motion Capital. We are trying to make this the most presentable, the most active, and the most enjoyable podcast it can be. And hopefully expand to different platforms. Right now it's primarily on YouTube because it's the easiest for me to navigate right now. And I'm being a beneficiary of my brother's camera. So it's a lot of different things that's happening behind the scenes. And so hopefully we just get into a role and this thing takes off. So with that being said, I am Jalen Razor. This is Motion Capital, and I bring motion to you. Thank you, and you have a wonderful 2024.